What if a simple public outburst could shake one of the biggest dressing rooms in world football? When Mohamed Salah decided to speak openly about his situation at Liverpool, many wondered if that moment would mark the beginning of an internal rift, a silent division between the squad, coaching staff, and the team's star player. Have you ever experienced that? Saying something driven by frustration, and then realizing the magnitude of the impact it caused? The reaction was immediate, intense, and surrounded by speculation. Words like crisis at Liverpool, divided dressing room, and Salah's uncertain future began to dominate the news, while fans tried to understand if their idol was on a collision course with the club. But what happened off camera was quite different from what many imagined. According to Curtis Jones, Salah made a point of making it clear within the squad that his outburst was not against the team, nor against his teammates, nor against the fans. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover might surprise you. Amidst internal conversations, group support, and an atmosphere of mutual respect, the narrative began to shift, revealing nuances that few had noticed at first. And that's precisely where this story begins to take on another layer. Because in football, and outside of it, everyone has experienced a moment where they needed to explain something said in the heat of the moment. An outburst that wasn't an attack, but ended up sounding like one. In Salah's case, what followed was dialogue, a face-to-face conversation, and a clear attempt to protect the Liverpool squad's environment. Curtis Jones made this evident when speaking about the respect and trust that exist within the dressing room, something that often doesn't make the headlines, but makes all the difference in moments of pressure. And now I ask you, if this topic resonates with you, leave a comment below about what resonated most with you in this situation. Have you ever experienced something similar, at work or in your personal life, where you needed to explain yourself to avoid a bigger misunderstanding? Your experience can help other people watching now. If this content made you reflect, liking the video is a simple way to show that and help this conversation reach further. And if you enjoy this type of deeper, more human, and straightforward analysis, subscribing to the channel is a way to continue with me in the next chapters of this story, because what comes next still brings important points that need to be understood carefully. When the dust starts to settle, the truth usually emerges behind the scenes. And what came to light in this case was something many people underestimated: the true weight of Salah's leadership within Liverpool. Curtis Jones made it clear that it's not just about goals, records, or numbers, but about presence, humanity, someone who shows up in difficult moments. This kind of respect isn't built overnight. It's born from decisions made away from the cameras, from sincere conversations, and from a mentality that understands the collective impact before the individual. Salah's return to the team, with a smile on his face, a decisive performance against Brighton, and a historic Premier League record, was more than a sporting response. It was a silent sign that the group was aligned. Van Dijk and Konate reinforced this perception by demonstrating total confidence, like those who know that certain journeys go through turbulence without losing their way. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, because understanding this type of leadership helps to see how great teams deal with crises, internal revelations, and hidden truths that rarely reach the public. Comment below. This makes sense to me. Even with the lighter atmosphere and the image of stability projected outwardly, there's a layer to this story that's still unfolding. The truce was real, but not definitive. Behind the scenes, important decisions continue to be evaluated, and Salah's future remains an open question. Conversations between Liverpool and the players' representatives are expected to intensify during the Africa Cup of Nations, a period that often prompts reflection, distance, and changes in mindset. It's there, away from the weekly noise of the Premier League, that many hidden truths tend to emerge. Arne Slot publicly reiterates that he sees no reason to lose Salah, but modern football is rarely resolved solely by a coach's wishes. On the other side, Saudi Arabia's interest remains latent, silent, observing every detail of this journey. Even with a contract until 2027, the financial impact, the sporting project, and the player's personal circumstances all come into play. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, because understanding this type of negotiation is understanding how major decisions are made when emotion, strategy, and the future collide behind the scenes. Write this down. I'm on this journey too. If you've stuck with me this far, It's because this kind of conversation goes beyond the headlines and truly resonates with you. So, if you feel like it, subscribe to the channel to keep up with these calmer, more human analyses that try to see football beyond the score and fleeting controversies. Also, leave a comment saying, "I'm with you until the end," just so I know you made it this far and that this story captivated you in some way. A like on this video really helps keep this space alive and brings this kind of content to more people who like to understand the behind-the-scenes aspects in depth. And if you want to continue this line of thought, there's a video here that complements this topic very well. Click there and stay with me.